Okay, so let's talk about the thyroid gland. All right. Let's do this. Okay, so we got our hypothalamus, post pit, ant pit. All right, so up here, ant pit, we have our little portal system here. It's like that. And we've got TRH being dumped into this portal system. It will come down and stimulate the thyrotrope cell to dump TSH TSH into the blood. Once it's in the blood, it will travel to the thyroid gland. Now remember, the thyroid gland is this weird butterfly looking or shaped gland. It wraps around the spinal column. It very vascular organ there, and once when TSH gets there, it will stimulate the production of T3 and T4. So those are the hormones that the thyroid gland secretes. T3 is the active form of the hormone. T4 is sort of the stored form of that. And there's way more T4 than there is T3. T4 then will degenerate into T3 to be used. Okay, so let's look at more of the tissue of the thyroid gland then. So we have our little blood vessel here, and basically the cells of the thyroid gland that make thyroid hormone are called follicular cells or follicle cells, and they are kind of made in this like sort of circular orientation there. So they make little rings. So each one of these is a follicle cell or follicular cell. Whoops. Okay, out here, there's little cells on the outside of it here called parafollicular cells. Parafollicular cells, and these are follicle cells. Follicular cells. Parafollicular cells make calcitonin. So make calcitonin. Follicular cells are what make T3 and T4. So T3 and T4 are made inside this little tube is something called thyroglobulin. And thyroglobulin, which we'll talk about in a minute, comes from the amino acid tyrosine. We know that thyroid hormones are amine hormones. They come from that amino acid tyrosine. So when we add tyrosine, when we add iodine to tyrosine, that's where we get the substance that makes that is cut into T3 and T4. So thyroglobulin plus iodine is what we call colloid. So colloid is the storage form of T3 and T4. So T3 and T4 are thyroid hormones. So next we'll talk about exactly how thyroid hormone is made, but this is where it happens. So we've got the thyroid gland there, and within the thyroid gland are these little tubules, little tubes that are made up of follicular cells. Follicular cells, inside the follicular cell is where we make thyroid hormone, and the thyroid hormone is the components of it are made in here and then go back into the follicular cells and then are barfed back into the bloodstream basically when they're released or secreted. All right, so let's talk next about how thyroid hormone is made.